Hi, I'm Margaret Ann Michalski.
And I'm Susan Campbell.
And we're part of the United Church in Meadowoods Greening Steering Committee.
A year ago, we embarked on a project to raise funds and become green leaders in our community by replacing our aging gas furnace system with a geothermal heat pump system.
And what's wonderful about it, in future, our emissions, carbon emissions, will be zero.
We finally have raised all the funds that we needed, and our geothermal heat pump system is on the way. The project started, but the work has actually begun this week, and we're really, really excited.
Welcome to the site of the United Church in Meadowood Ground Exchange. This is day one. Construction's just beginning. And if you look behind me, you'll see a lot of flags in our field. Someone was suggesting if we were having a sports day and if the kids would be running through and around all those flags. It's not unlike that, but we're running our loops under the ground. And those flags are just laying out where those loops, 24 pipes, are going. Now they'll be placed there by a driller, which you'll probably see in later footage. But the point of the flags is to give the human beings involved some idea of where things are going. And they put a tracer wire on the drill, it's on the pipe that's being drilled into the ground. And they can track that tracer wire from up above. So between the flags and the tracer, they can confirm that they're on track where they're supposed to be. There are quite a few loops going into not a small area, but a small enough area that they don't want things to get out of hand. And it does matter where it ends up, which is on a small hill behind the camera, over at the other side of our parking lot. They'll soon be starting to do the digging of the header trench, which is where they start the loop. The loop starts about 5 feet down, and it uses a drilling machine, horizontal drilling machine. And essentially, there are flags up above on the ground because there are no excavations or holes at this level. The pipes run underground, underneath, driven magically by the drilling machine and the crew that keeps it on track. Now these are loops in the sense that they go out and they come back and they have to be joined at the end. So there is a place where the loops appear. The crew directs the loop to come up out of the ground at the end of the ground exchanger. And when it's out of the ground, they fusion weld a connection at the end of each individual loop, and then the driller pulls it back to where it's supposed to be in the ground. It's very nifty, happening all over the place, used for all kinds of purposes. We run a lot of things, as you probably know, underground, and this is how it's done, and we're just taking advantage of that technology to place our ground exchanger, our ground loop, our geothermal system, at least the outside portion, at this location here at United Church in Meadowood.